Well, hey there, it's Elka.
And Jen, and welcome to another episode of the Jen and Elka Clark Show. And today we're talking about holiday Zazzle sales overwhelm. And that can be your Zazzle sales in general or just holiday overwhelm in general. And we want to speak to you about this because it's coming up. December is just around the corner, and then Christmas is just around the corner as well. We have less than 40 days left until Christmas. So it definitely is a soft subject matter, especially during COVID. I think tension might be high. So we want to give you a little bit of a motivational boost and say, just take it easy.
Yeah. Breathe, let the shoulders go down.
Mm-hmm.
If you are worried about Zazzle sales at this point in time for your Zazzle business, what we want you to understand is these types of days that are coming up, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving, US Thanksgiving sales, are actually something that we consider in our perceivable passive profitable business model to be the bonus payments. And why? Because we can't predict, even though $4.5 billion in retail e-commerce business or money is supposed to be changing hands on the e-commerce space in 2020, whether you grab a certain percentage or not is up to you in terms of how you set up your business. But we don't teach our students to set it up in such a way that you're always grabbing the things that are the most unpredictable, right? So Black Friday could be a boom or it could be a bust with regards to the sales coming up in the next little bit. But if you're prepared, then if it's going to be a boom, you'll be fine. And if it's not going to be a boom, you're also going to be fine, because the way we teach our students is to be prepared and have evergreen products in their store that are going to sell all the time. And then if you have the extra things ready and going as well, then you can get an extra bonus at this point of time, but it's not your income that you're going to be dependent on,
Mm-hmm.
which puts a whole bunch of overwhelm and stress on a lot of people because they think that Black Friday is basically their main income source for the entire year.
Mm-hmm. And we definitely don't want you to feel that way, because then you're going to be just living sales by sales based on the events that are happening on Zazzle or when they're discounting their prices. And for the reason why we teach students and we teach Zazzle designers on how to create a perceivable, passive, and profitable business is so that you don't have to worry about those fluctuations in sales on Zazzle, and that you're hopefully making a consistent income throughout the year. And as you said, those sales are bonus sales, and they are like extra money for you to feel good and spend on a rainy day or save up for whatever reason.
The other thing that's very important about our perceivable, passive, profitable framework is that when you're using that as a framework, you're also planning ahead. So if you are in this business model and you've got it set up properly, then you're already prepared for whatever's going to happen in this coming week, because this week is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and most people are panicking, going, well, what could I sell for now, or how can I leverage this? But with our students and all of our training, people have been prepared for months because we know how we can leverage it, and we know what to teach our students to make that happen for them.
Yeah. Yes.
And then therefore there's no overwhelm.
So if you're coming into this space, like watching this video on YouTube or on Facebook, and you're completely brand new and you're wondering and you're trying to hustle to get sales or get products ready for Black Friday, then it might be a really good chance for you to start thinking about how to plan for 2021. And even if you are one of our students and you've been with us for X amount of months or X amount of years, and you have yet to actually sit down and start thinking about what is going to happen next year for your Zazzle business, this is a really great time to start thinking about that, because the year goes by really quickly. And especially during this time, during the holiday season, you might be spending more time just relaxing or winding down, or, based on COVID restrictions, spending time with family and friends. And it's just sort of a time where you disconnect, and it's just natural. But it's also a time where you need to focus on the game plan for next year. And we've done a whole bunch of free trainings recently to plan for 2021 in your Zazzle business. And if you haven't watched those yet, you should definitely go and watch them. However, take this moment to breathe, to understand that, if you're not getting in on the rush of the holiday sales on Zazzle, and that you actually aren't seeing the sales that you want, it shouldn't be overwhelming to you. It should be actually a wake-up call to help you understand what you need to do going forward, and to start making a plan for next year. Because as Elka said, our students who have been preparing for these Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, or even the holiday sales during Christmas, they've been planning for months, creating products and understanding what needs to be done, and having proper titles and tags, promoting properly, getting their Zazzle products in the marketplace, and actually having them be found, right? And Zazzle does a whole bunch of promotion within their marketplace and also externally, and those things take time too, right? Their marketing team is looking at all the products that are available, making up the promotional, the graphics and emails and all those things. So it doesn't happen in an instant, like 2 seconds. It happens over time and planned.
Yeah, it's not like today I make a product on Monday, November 23rd, and then on the 25th, 6th, and 7th, when it's Friday and the whole weekend sale, that it's going to be a gangbuster blowout, amazing win for you, because it's way too late. And we want to make sure that you're completely ready for those types of sales in the future, rather than now getting stressed and overwhelmed and then go, I hate Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I never make any sales, because that is actually not true. Most people, there's so many sales that happen during this time, and people are really benefiting from that, but you have to be prepared if you want to benefit as well.
Talking about speak of the devil, I literally just got an email that slid across my screen, and it says 20% off Zazzle t-shirts. And so if I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make t-shirts now, that wouldn't serve me. So I need to now look at my calendar and say, okay, today is whatever day. Zazzle's sort of their reputation of making sales on certain days, or making sales based on certain events, will happen next year around this time. So how can I take that information and use it to my advantage later on in the future? And just don't get overwhelmed. It's a happy holiday season. I know there's a lot of tough things happening right now. And we just have to try and make light of everything, because we have to stay positive and just move ourselves forward, because we speak a lot about positive mindset in our training and our free training, and also paid and mentoring and coaching. But it's just extremely important to have a positive mindset going forward. And you can't let the negative things, or the things that you think are bad, so to speak, influenced you. Like if you don't see sales during the holiday season as much as you expected, please don't take that as a deterrent to ever to stop working on Zazzle. We've had some students or Zazzle designers who have come up to us and said, I completely stopped working on Zazzle for years because I was so scared that I couldn't make money during these specific times, and I just gave up.
And as soon as they got our training, they started making sales.
Yeah.
I know everybody's different. We can't make any income claim statements, but remember, it's only the effort you put in, and the kind, and it's not even like I work hard, so I should be making sales. It's what you do that when you're working hard that makes the difference. And that's why we do all this free training, and that's why we have all those courses, because it's not always that easy to understand what it is that it takes in order for you to start seeing the sales, which is your ultimate objective on the Zazzle marketplace.
Yeah.
The last thing is that Jen touched on it, is the taking care of yourself, not just in mindset, but physically as well. You are the biggest asset to your business. And so when you start to treat Zazzle as a business rather than a hobby, and you start to work and put all those things into place, even if you're doing all the things that are, we teach in the courses and our coaching, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't implement them. Yeah. So you have to be planning for 2021, and then you'll remember us talking about this at this point now, and you'll remember next year in November of us talking about this, and you'll go, this year I did it. This year I actually I had everything planned. I got organized. I did the training. I'm seeing the increase in sales, and I'm winding down for Christmas because I'm already planned for 2022.
Yeah.
And so if you can feel that good, I get goosebumps actually, because if you can feel that good and say that around this time next year in 2021, then you'll have nailed it. And that's where you get rid of overwhelm.
Yeah.
And that's the key to perceivable, passive, profitable. Because Jen and I, we work about 4 hours a month on our Zazzle business. And that's because we have done the perceivable, passive, profitable things that need to be done in order for our business to run that way. And now we can take care of ourselves and manage our business. And if we decide to, we can easily step in and add more hours and grow our business if we want to increase our income, which is like, where else on earth can you do that?
Yeah.
Because everywhere else, it's like a salary job, or you're not in control of enough of the events to be able to say, I'm just going to go and do more products and then I'm going to increase my income. How predictable can you be? And actually, you can be relatively predictable on the Zazzle marketplace if you know what you're doing.
Yes. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and nervous or unsure, in the links or in the description, there are many links in this video, whether you're watching it on Facebook or YouTube. And those are links to our free Facebook community, our products. So for our signature courses, our masterminds, and there's just so many opportunities for you to come into our space and learn with us, whether it be paid or free training. And I encourage you to click on those links, because if you're unsure about where to go, or just even want to ask us questions,
or even if right now you're just in overwhelm and you're not making the money you want to make, then it's time in 2021 to change that, because what you're doing right now is not going to give you any different outcomes again next year. You have to change that. And most of our students who have done that have really seen a big change in how their outcomes become real. And there's no longer an overwhelm.
So check out those links in the description of this video, and we will see you next week for another Jen and Elka Clark show. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Jen and Elka Clark show.
What we believe to be true is that if you build your online Zazzle business using the 3 pillars, perceivable, passive, profitable, then you can create a business that gives you your dream life.
To learn more about how we can work together, visit elkaclark.com.